Welcome to the Exeter Sports Roundup. I'm your host, Adam Cooke, on the behalf of the Talon, and I'll be recapping all the Exeter sports action from Monday, September 30th through Saturday, October 5th. This is the first week that the Roundup will be in an audio format, so I hope you all enjoy the change. Timestamps to each segment are listed on the screen right now, so feel free to skip to any part that you'd like. Later in this episode, Kenzie Mentzer joins me to talk about her new record and the incredible girls soccer team clinching the Berks 2 division. Maira McCartin is also coming on to talk about her busy week with the tennis team. They played in the county flight and team tournaments this week. Stick around for those interviews, but for now, we're going to start with some football. Exeter hosted Muhlenberg in a big Section 2 matchup, winning 56-28. Jaden Zandier had 5 touchdowns and 317 rushing yards. Another great week for the senior. Unfortunate news, Riley Martinez, the quarterback, went down before halftime and did not return. We're hoping that he will be better soon. At half, Exeter football player Carter Redding won Homecoming King and Perla Alvarado Rueda won the Queen. They remain undefeated for the third straight season through week 7, and now in week 8, they host Hempfield. That game wasn't the only football event of the week. Powder Puff returned for its annual game. It was a pep rally at the end of the school day. 4 teams of girls consisting of each grade competed. The sophomores took a huge win behind Coach Prime Dion Sanka. Marae Dolan and Maddie McCullough had great performances, and Melanie Adams and Hannah Long for the freshmen. They had a huge upset victory in overtime against the seniors, setting up an underclassmen championship game, which did unfortunately end in a tie due to time restraints. We're going to head into girls soccer. Kenzie Mentzer will be joining me in just a little bit to talk about that, but let's have a little recap first. On Monday, huge overtime win against a great Wilson team. They held on after a 3-0 lead, and Wilson did not complete that comeback. Maddie McCullough with the first goal, Chase Flood with a hat trick to keep them ahead. Twin Valley win on Wednesday, secured Berks 2, and Kenzie Mentzer with a hat trick, securing the all-time Exeter scoring record. So now we're going to transition into that interview with Kenzie. Let's take it away from here. Welcome to the show, Kenzie. I'm glad to have you on today. So, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's great to be on here.
So, in the past 2 weeks, Exeter's had Governor Mifflin, Penn Manor, Wilson. All those were back to back to back. So, would you say that's like the most important stretch of the regular season for you guys?
Yeah, it's definitely was a super important 3 games being in our league, so we only play each of them once. Our division doesn't have the best competition, so getting out of that and playing these high talent teams, and we came out with the win. Were 2 of them. Mifflin was unlucky. They're a very good team, but yeah, I think winning those games boosted our confidence a lot and helped us like work as a team together, know we can beat that, and just kept our motivation going to continue the season.
Talk about that Wilson game a little more last Monday and the hecticness of it and Chase Flood's game winner to end
Yes.
it.
Yes. It was crazy. I mean, we Wilson has always been a big competition for us. Last year, we beat them for the first time in many years, and then we played them again and lost in overtime. So beating them in overtime this time was like huge for us. It meant a lot. And her goal, I mean, she's a great player and she finishes like everything. She's really good at scoring. So she stepped up there and helped us got there in the last 2 seconds of our overtime, which was amazing. And like the vibes of everything was crazy. Like it felt so good to be able to beat them.
How important do you think that Wilson was for standings and playoff seeding going forward for BCIAA and District 3?
Yeah, so I think that beating Wilson definitely helped us a lot in county wise. I think there I think it did bring us up a little bit, which is great. It would have been great if we beat Mifflin too, but I think having that win will definitely keep us in a really good spot for postseason.
Now, Wednesday's win, that was huge over Twin Valley. First of all, you
Ye-
guys clinched Berks Division 2. So how
Yes.
important was that?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely important, and it feels really good to have that title with us now. And our division isn't the like most talent. We just got our division moved, but it's still a huge accomplishment that we all are super proud of. And I think it's just gonna keep us going and really like make us want to do more and win the next title and keep it going.
Also on Wednesday, you had 3 goals and secured Exeter's all-time scoring record. So,
Yes.
what was your immediate reaction to that and taking that top spot?
I was so happy, like, I'm so grateful for, like, everyone, like, it wasn't just me, like, everyone I've played with throughout, my 3 years so far have helped me get here, and it was just an amazing feeling, like, everyone is so supportive of me, and, like, I don't know if you saw, like, the sign they made, like, everyone was so happy, and it was just such a good
Yeah.
feeling to be able to accomplish something like this, and I just wanted to keep going, and hopefully others can get, like, some good accomplishments also, like, everyone's capable of doing it on the team, and yeah.
Just a few weeks back, you announced your commitment to Eastern Carolina University. So, what
Yes.
made you choose ECU and how does it feel knowing where you'll be?
So yeah, it's definitely a huge relief, going into, like, my club season and even with high school still going. A huge relief to get that off my shoulders and have such an amazing school that, offered me. But yeah, what made me pick them, so location was a big thing for me, so I definitely wanted to go south. And I mean, they reached out, to my club coach, and I looked more into it, and it was something that I really thought I could see myself at. The school's beautiful, the athletics is beautiful, and they have a really good soccer team. And I think it just checked all of my boxes off, and I thought I'd fit in there really well.
What are some of the expectations that you guys have going into the county playoffs on Saturday, and who are some of the teams you're excited to possibly see?
So yeah, it's definitely an exciting feeling being able to make it to the next step. We're really hoping to see Mifflin again and upset them. Like I said, Mifflin's one of our top competitors, and it would be great to be able to beat them. And I mean, other than, like, whoever we go against, I think we have we're able to stick with them no matter who it is. Like, we're strong enough, so I don't think it really matters. Like, obviously, it'd be great to, like, see, like, that Mifflin type of team or, like, a Why I'm Missing type of team who is always looked at as, like, going to beat everyone they play. So it'd be great to upset one of those big teams like that because we're very capable of it.
Is there anything else you want to add on today?
I don't think so.
Well, best of luck through the county playoffs
Yeah.
and the other 2 games you have this week, and congrats on the commitment and the record. So, appreciate you coming on.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Another huge thanks to Kenzie for coming on. Exeter's now 13-3 overall, 7-1 in league, and play at Daniel Boone on Monday, and then host Conrad Weiser for senior night on Wednesday to close out the regular season. They'll start the county playoffs on Saturday. And now for boys soccer. On Tuesday, they played at Wilson but took a 5-0 loss. Brenton Feathers had 13 saves, and the following night, he totaled save number 100 of the season. Exeter took a big home win 4-1 against Twin Valley behind a hat trick by Braden Karras. On Saturday, they finished their week at Fleetwood but took a 6-0 loss to the defending county champions. They're now 7-10 overall and 6-5 against league opponents. They finished their regular season with 2 home games, Weiser on Tuesday and Cedar Crest on Thursday. Girls volleyball was not as busy this week, but they had an important one ahead of them. On Tuesday, they were hosting Governor Mifflin, who had a 10-4 record and were threatening to move up in Berks 1, which has been a tight division all year. However, Exeter had no issue having a 3-0 sweep. Jillian Warner had 11 kills and 10 digs, and the seniors did a ton of work on senior night. Ridley Moore had 9 kills, while Morgan Miller had 6. Exeter's now 11-2 overall, 7-1 in league, and second in Berks 1. They have a massively important week ahead of them that will determine their playoff position. They go to Berks 1 leader Twin Valley on Tuesday, then the following day, they will host the defending county champs Wilson on Wednesday, who are just behind them in the division. Speaking of Wilson, Exeter Field Hockey traveled to West Lawn to play the county favorite Bulldogs. They took a 3-0 loss, but Mackie Spees had 11 saves. On Saturday, they were supposed to play at Schuylkill Valley, but the referees did not show up and they did not have a contest. They rescheduled to Wednesday this week, which will be their last game. Exeter's 6-0 overall, and as I said, they'll play Schuylkill Valley on Wednesday, as well as Twin Valley at home tonight. Girls tennis had a massive week ahead of them. They had the Flight tournament in the county on Monday and Tuesday, a rescheduled game against Penn Manor on Wednesday, and the BCIAA team tournament on Friday and Saturday. Maya Martirano made it to the Flight 1 crossover round, but lost to the eventual champion Mia Gasser from Hamburg. But Maira McCartin won the Flight 2 tournament and only dropped one game through the semifinals. McCartin will be joining me very shortly to talk about her win and the rest of her week. Exeter won 4-1 at the rescheduled Penn Manor match. Martirano, McCartin, and Lily Jordan all won singles, while Ryland Hollinger and Gia Macadia won doubles too. They entered the BCIAA team tournament on Friday as the second place team from Berks 1 against Kutztown, the third place team from Berks 2. Exeter easily won and didn't drop a single matchup, moving on to why missing in the semifinals. The Spartans, who won Berks 2, knocked out the defending champs with a 3-1 win. Hollinger and Stratton provided the sole win for Exeter in doubles too. That concludes their run, but it was still a great season. Now, we head to Maira McCartin, who will talk about those two tournaments and the upcoming District 3 matchup against Elizabethtown on Tuesday. Welcome to the show, Maira. I am glad to have you. How you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. So, this was a busy week for you guys. You had one single day off from Monday through Saturday. How tiring was that for you?
Very tiring.
So talk about the flight tournaments on Monday and Tuesday. How is that set up and what was it like being there?
So I was ranked number one for the county, so I had to play three matches, and then the final match I played BC, and she was ranked number one for her county. So I had to do 2 days, and it was a little bit tiring, but it was really mentally exhausting too. Um,
hmm
I had to really prepare myself for this match. And then afterwards, I had to play doubles too, because we made it to semifinals.
Yeah, but it paid off. I mean, flight 2 champion there. Um, how'd you feel about your performance and how happy are you to bring that back to Exeter?
I felt pretty good. That was my first county title, so it was very stressful, but I think I played pretty well.
And you didn't drop a single set, right?
Yeah, I won both sets.
So how do you feel that you didn't just win, you kind of dominated and did really good throughout that whole tournament?
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised. I thought it would be a bit more challenging, but I just like had to keep my mental game up.
And talking about doubles now, it was you and Maya Martirano, and you guys reached the crossover bracket for what was it? What do they consider it? Flight 1?
Yes.
Yeah, so what was the competition like there?
So our first two matches, they were pretty easy. It got a little tight in the second match, but we came through. And then the semifinals, we I just it didn't work out too well. We thought we could win because we almost won during the season, but we just were unprepared and we just weren't ready for that one.
Got it. And what is your relationship with Maya like, and how has that impacted the team chemistry throughout the season?
I love Maya. I feel like we're great doubles partners and we're great friends off the court too.
So as a team, you guys started 1-3 this season, but now Burks won follow-up and semifinal qualifier. So how are you guys able to climb back and have such a strong finish this season?
We just have to stay confident. I mean, we did really well through the season. All of our players are really good and we're all strong, so
And what about that Kutztown quarterfinal match on Friday? Didn't drop a single matchup. So what was that like? What were the opponents like there?
that was pretty good. We all won. It got a little close with a couple of the matches, but it was good. Everyone felt confident coming out of it.
Now, how about why missing? What kind of competition were they? And do you see them going all the way this afternoon against Berks Catholic?
They were a really tough competition. They're a good team. They're all strong. They're pushers. They're aggressive. So I think that they can win counties.
After losing against them, it was 3-1, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So how's the team feeling now? Are you guys disappointed to fall short of a repeat, or are you happy just to make it this far again?
We're disappointed that we lost to them, but it wasn't too unexpected because they're just so good. They're a good team.
And the district tournament is tomorrow at Elizabethtown. You guys qualified 10th out of 12 teams to make it.
Yes.
So give me a preview of that game in your eyes.
We've played this team before and we lost, but that was like our first match. So I think that we can come back strong and win.
Is there anything else you want to add on?
No.
Well, thank you for joining me. Congrats on the Flight 2 championship, and I hope everything goes well throughout districts.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Another massive thanks to Maira for coming on the show. Exeter's now 10-5 and heads into the District 3 tournament as the number 10 seed, facing Elizabethtown on Tuesday. There's just a couple more sports before we finish up this episode. Cross country had a huge week with their home meet against Berks Catholic, Twin Valley, and Conrad Weiser. The boys finished 1-2 against the competition. Chase Chowdhury finished first with a time of 17-13. Gus Stolman was in 10th place, and Chase Chowdhury was in 12th. The girls finished 2-1, but lost a narrow head-to-head against Twin Valley. Exeter took placements 3 through 5. Addie McKittrick, Lena Bluestone, and Addison Matthews all finished under 23 minutes respectively. At the Paul Short run at Lehigh University, Chowdhury finished 32nd with a 16:04 time. Cold Von Sten was 120th. Gus Stolman was 158th. For the girls, Addie McKittrick was in 31st place, and just seconds behind her was Lena Bluestone in 33rd. This week, they're heading to Ole Valley on Tuesday for the meet, which starts at 4:30 p.m. And then next week, they got the county championship race, which is going to be a good one to look out for. Now looking at water polo, both the incredible seasons of the boys and girls water polo teams got even better with undefeated performances at Saturday's tournament at Hazleton. The boys took a 16-8 win over Hazleton and a 15-6 victory against Upper Perkiomen. I don't have the exact stats from that, but I do know that Ole crossover player Evan Carl broke the single-season school record with goal number 124. Huge congrats to Evan for that. The girls also won both games, finishing 11-2 over Hazleton and 14-8 against Upper Perkiomen. They are 11-6 this season, while the boys are 14-4. Both teams are third place in the Western Conference. The last sport for today is golf. A few weeks back, we saw Julia Weiser win the BCIAA singles tournament for the women. This week, she's headed to Honey Run Golf Club in York to compete in the District 3 tournament on October 10th and 12th. That'll do it for today's episode. Another huge thanks to Maira and Kenzie for taking the time to come on. The Exeter Sports Roundup will be available every Monday on the Talon to listen to, so whether you're listening on YouTube or Spotify, make sure to subscribe or follow. Thank you for tuning in, and go Eagles!